I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly daily all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comics and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Secret Empire issue number 1. A Hydra-controlled Steve Rogers managed to do what no other villain before him could: conquer America. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so in the Zero issue, we saw Captain America spring his trap and more or less defeat all of the heroes who could ever oppose him in his Hydra takeover. Issue 1 does something unexpected, and that is we seemingly jump ahead in time. I'm not exactly sure how far. Maybe a year at the most, because Hydra has completely managed to take over all the infrastructure in the United States. They're even running their own schools now named after the original Kraken. It's here they peddle the alternate history that Captain America was forced to believe by Kobik and the Red Skull, that the Allies used a cosmic cube to change the world, that Hydra are the true masters of the world, and it was only after Captain America quote-unquote awoken that he was able to save everyone else. Now, believe it or not, quite a few people are actually marching in lockstep with this new world order, either because they genuinely like what Hydra is doing or because they don't feel their own lives are being affected all that much. The majority of the heroes are either still trapped in space or trapped under the orb in Manhattan. Everyone else is getting hunted down by the Hydra Gestapo. In fact, as we soon discover, you don't even need to be a dissident to this new Hydra government. All you need to do is have the misfortune of being born an Inhuman or a mutant. Now, it's in this issue too we get introduced to a new kid, codename Patriot, who apparently was given some very important information by Rick Jones before he too was arrested by Hydra. Patriot Kid ends up getting saved from the Hydra goon squad by the different members of the Champions, who are part of the backbone of the brand new anti-Hydra resistance. Of course, it's not just the regular soldiers that our heroes have to contend with. Hydra has also gone out of their way to build new dreadnought robots. Outfitted with super adaptoid technology, these murder machines can actually hunt down rebels wherever they are. Now, what's Captain America doing during all of this, you might be wondering? Well, essentially business as usual. There's a giant monster attack that Cap manages to avert with the help of, get this, his own Avenger team. Yeah, that's right, including members like the Superior Octopus, Odinson, Thor, and Deadpool, which of course makes you have to wonder, what does Captain America have on these people? Is he blackmailing them? Have they had their minds rewritten? We just don't know. We can also see when old Steve isn't out doing the superheroing thing, he's busy being the head of this new Hydra world order, and man, does he not like all the paperwork that goes into running a fascist superstate. Right now, Hydra just controls America, but Zemo, Faustus, and Zola all have higher aspirations. They want to take over the entire world. They're also slowly but surely beginning to question Steve's leadership. Apparently they captured a bunch of rebels during another attack, and now they want to execute them publicly. Steve, though, keeps moving the dates. Wow, even in what might be his darkest hour, even after he's compromised some of his most key morals and principles, the real Steve still sticks out just a little bit from time to time. Who are one of these prisoners that the Hydra Gestapo wants killed so badly? Well, Rick Jones. Now, you would think the former Bucky, the former A-Bomb, would be absolutely terrified right now, but he's not. He's strangely hopeful. He knows that no matter what is happening to his friend Steve right now, he'll save him, because he's more than just Captain America. He's his friend and his hero. Ooh, that stings. That stings real bad, I tell ya. Now, from there we get to check on out where the Resistance is holding up right now. It's a place called the Mount. The dead mother and father of this operation turn out to be Hawkeye and Black Widow. At first, they're a little mad at the Champions for going rogue and saving a kid that wasn't part of their mission. But hey, then they remember when they were the Champions' age, they were both a professional assassin and a carny, so you know, who are they to judge? Now, what does Patriot have that's so important? Apparently files from Dr. Selvig, files that will no doubt catalog Kobik and the effects that she's had on Captain America. They send him down to Tony Stark, make that the hologram Tony Stark, to see what they can do. Unfortunately, things have grown so dire now, even AI Tony Stark is beginning to lose hope that the heroes will ever be able to retake their country and stop Captain America. In fact, AI Tony tells the tale of several big battles battles that they already lost against Hydra when trying to find out if this Captain America was maybe a clone or a robot or was under Faustus's control. Why do I get the distinct feeling there's a huge chunk of story hidden away in the free comic book day issue that comes out this Saturday? Well, I'll be sure to let you know when I get there. Now, as the comic winds down, Steve goes to his only confidant, Elsa St. Clair, aka Madam Hydra, aka the woman who is currently embroiled in a magic battle with Doctor Strange right now to keep the bubble up. She tells Steve that even though he may feel conflicted right now, he needs to stay the course for the glory of Hydra, once again proving that she's more or less been grooming him and whispering in his ear since the beginning. Madam Hydra says that any problems Captain America has now can easily be solved by reassembling the Cosmic Cube. Oh yes, that's what she's after. A pretty interesting motivation when we stop and consider that Sinclair didn't exist until Kobik conjured her. Methinks Madam Hydra wants to be a real girl. Now, as the comic winds down, a series of creepy looking tentacled Hydra warships rain destruction down on a populated area believed to be hiding resistance fighters. There's Secret Empire #1, and overall I dug it. I get a real TV sense of pacing, as well as staging. This was apparent in Nick Spencer's other big event, Pleasant Hill, but it's really apparent here in this. I'm not entirely in love with the time skip, but I guess it does make sense, and I assume it's going to be filled in elsewhere. I like that even this early on in the new Hydra government's life cycle, cracks are already starting to emerge, and they're getting ready to backstab each other like Hydra has always done since time immemorial. Beyond that, I'm not sure what else to say. The stage is set, the stakes are high, and for once we have a villain here that I genuinely don't know how the heroes are going to overcome and defeat, which is a rare thing to say for someone who's been reading comics for as long as I have. Overall, I'd feel comfortable giving this one a 9 out of 10. So there you go, Secret Empire #1 on the books. I hope you enjoyed it, and while I have your attention, why not check out some of the other big comics that came out from this week, like The Button. I also made a handy dandy playlist for both Captain America and Secret Empire if you want to catch up on the story so far, and if you want to know when the brand newest video comes out from this series, be sure to follow me on Twitter at CapeJoel. And lastly, if you're heading out for Free Comic Book Day this Saturday the 6th, I will be in the Oshawa, Ontario, Canada area. If you're at the GNU Books or Worlds Collide, chances are you might just see me there. So until we meet again, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.